Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Today I want to talk about something. I had to take off today, feeling a little under the weather. But I want to talk about something that it seems to be a trend going again. The guys are leaving the States, which is understandable for their particular reason. Everybody thinks that the Philippines is a pie in the sky, and it is. It's just, I want everybody to realize a couple things here. I want to say this, and I've had quite a few people ask me this recently, and I've read some emails. There's quite a few gentlemen that are saying, okay, the pie's in the sky, I'm so happy in the Philippines, and I sold everything and moved to the Philippines, everything I had. I'm just going to tell everybody the honest truth, the honest truth. Don't sell everything you have and take off to a country you've never been to, but you've been there 3 weeks before. This guy messaged me. He's been there 3 weeks. He said he loves it, and so he's going to sell everything he has and move over there. The problem is, you can get island fever. No, I don't care if you go to every island, 7,000 islands, you still get the island fever. You can still get island fever. You can still hard to maneuver. I mean, there's been many days that traveling around there, Ruth and I have slept at the bus terminal. There's many days where the bus breaks down, we're on the side of the road for hours. There's been many days where we're supposed to be home and we're not home for a 4-hour bus ride, and it's 8, 10, 12 hours. So what you have to do, you have to prepare yourself. There's not a lot of cowboys out there that can understand and deal with that. And so you'll find that so many guys, I can turn it around the other way and have so many people tell me, oh man, I wish you told me this before. Well, I'm telling you now. A lot of people don't sell everything you have and take off and go to the Philippines until you actually been there and lived for six months. If you have the ability to sell everything and move there, you have the ability to keep your house here, your car, things like that, your bank account. Don't start switching things. There are people still have not gotten their checks in February on the Social Security 7162 drop dead letter. It's amazing. There's more. I can count on all the fingers and toes where I'm at right now in this whole area here. There's probably 400 people where I'm at right here. And there is so many guys that are messaging me, how do I get my 7162 form to someone? I know I've tried numerous times, I've done this, that, and other, but what I'm saying is this. When you sell everything and you take off and you go over there, you're going to find yourself in a situation where, okay, where do you live? Okay, I want to live in a city. I want to live here. I want to live in Manila. I want to live in a good area. I want to do this, but it's too pricey. I can't do this. So if you're going there and say, for instance, if you don't have at least $2,000 a month coming in, I'm just going to say this, you're wasting your time. You can live like a local. You can live on $1,000 less, but you have to live like a local. $1,000 a month. And what I mean by that is rice is going to cost you anywhere from $30, $40, $50 a bag, depending on what type and brand that you buy. And you can live on that, but you're going to need some kind of meat and protein. Well, steak is hard to get there. You're going to live on chicken and fish. And you got to be able to maneuver that. And I'll be honest with you, healthcare is kind of gone to the wayside. I had a couple of guys say they had to go to Guam. A guy flew back here for a procedure. Luckily, he got here early enough that he could do that procedure he needed to have done. There are situations where it happens, and I saw a guy this morning. I'm selling everything. I went to the Philippines for 3 weeks. I love it. I'm selling everything. I'm moving there. What in the world would you do that like that for? You need to spend 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Why would you sell everything and you really don't know the country? So you've been there, let's say you've been there a month. You don't know the country. You just know that area you're in. But say you traveled around in that 4 weeks. You still really don't know the country. You live in a country, you own the country, has been there 12 years. That's when you really know the country. And even people that's been there 5 or 6 years, they really don't know the country. You have to experience the Philippines in Filipino way, because people don't realize that it's a different environment. You got a different president, you got a different vice president. You got things always happening there. So you have to really be careful. And you can't just gallivant around. Oh, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. Well, it's going to take you a while to get there. You have to take a tricycle, a bus, sometimes a ship, another tricycle, another bus, and maybe another tricycle to get where you need to go. And it could be just a 3-hour trip. So it's hard. There's been many a time where Ruth and I standing on the side of the road, can't get a tricycle and or a bus or anything. There's been many a time where we cannot get money. Don't think that it's a perfect world and you can get money, and don't think you can maneuver around with ease. Now, a lot of guys are going to tell me, oh, you're wrong, Tom. Well, you know what? I lived it. Okay, I lived it. The thing of it is, even when we were down in South Cebu, we couldn't even get money. We had to go to an ATM. The closest ATM in South Cebu was back up in Cebu, and we were down on the South Island. So another 3-hour, 4-hour bus ride just to go get money and then come back. That's strange. So if you guys remember, and I've had this channel for years. I've had this channel since 11. I think 9 or 11. And I've done multiple videos, hundreds of videos. People said, oh, do videos on this. I've already done it. Do videos on this. I've already done it. I've done the same videos more and more. And that's what the guys are doing there. They're finding themselves, even I talked to some of the guys that's been there for a while. I'm not going to say all their names. But most of the guys I talk to on a regular basis that's been there for a while, and even they're telling me we're running out of subject to talk about. We just talk about the same thing over and over again and hope we get the views. And we do get the views. And they do. And I'm happy for them, and I'm happy they're happy. But then on the other hand, they're sneaking out of the country and coming here to the States for a couple, 2-3 weeks, and then going back to the Philippines. And they do that. Don't think they don't. If you don't see a video from them for a while, what they do, they bust up like I used to do, 10, 15, 20 videos, and then come to the States and put on video and schedule them, put them every other day, and then come back here. Because they don't want to lose that income. And that's understandable. I understand that too. But I do want to say this. If you're leaving here and going to the Philippines, make sure you have your P's and Q's. Don't just drop ship everything here and go over there. Sure, you'll find a lady. But don't think you're going to find a lady that may be perfect for you either. There are some bad ladies over there also. There's so many guys that have been in situations. They're run out of town and everything else. There's vloggers that I know. I will not say their names. It's been run out of towns and things like that and has had a hard time with it. But as you know, things are not always what they seem to be. But I'm just telling the guys out there that's really thinking about going to the Philippines, please be careful. Please be careful, because you don't think that all of us has been there since 10 and 11. I mean, some of the guys like Jack Northrop, he's been there for, 30 years. He's like some of the other guys, he's been there forever and ever. 30 years, 40 years. Jack's probably been there 40 years. And Jack, tell me how many years you've been on here. I'm sure you watch my videos still. So you've been there forever, and I know you've seen everything. And even Jack is fighting the 7162 form now. He's not gotten his check yet. And here it is, March, coming up to April in 3 weeks. That he needs, you need your income. So that's one thing. There's many guys that go there, including me, that took that money that I had, X amount of dollars, over a couple $100,000, and I spent it in 11, 12 years. How can you do that? Well, it's nickel and dime. Not Amazon, Lazada here, trip, 200, 400, 600. And before you know it, you do that. Because I went all over the islands, guys. I didn't do a lot of videos in some islands because it was the same old hat. But if you look, I have, well over probably 1,800 videos that I've done, or more, maybe more. I don't know. But there's many videos. So don't sell everything you have and take off and go to a country you're not really familiar with it. Test the waters. Try out Bali. Try out Vietnam. Try out Thailand. Try out some of the other countries and get an idea on what you want to do and where you want to live. Philippines is a great country. It's a great place to live, but it may not be the right place for you. Please check it out, because people think, oh, it's the right place. Well, how do you know it's the right place? Because you're not really checked anywhere else out. God bless everybody, and I'll see you next time on Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures.